everybody, welcome back to the SaltyYShow, and welcome back to our Total War Rome 2 Empire Divided campaign as the Palmyra Kingdom, episode 28 on Legendary. Hope you guys are doing well today, and if you are, like, subscribe as always. And without further ado, I have been itching to get back into Rome 2. Honestly, I just finished actually playing the Teutoburg Forest, as I've never gotten those achievements on the Legendary Eagles, and I finally wanted to knock those out, as this is by far one of my most played and favorite games. I figured it would probably, it doesn't sit right to not hunt the achievements that I could get. So I got that one, and I also got the Battle of Pide achievement today as well. And then I figured, well, why not, let's get into the campaign that we've been so diligently playing for all of the achievements that we have going on. If you don't remember, in the last episode, we have managed to conquer the last land territories of the Sassanid proper. They do still have fleets lying around, however, they are out of supply bases and they are withering away. We did finish mopping up a force outside of Persepolis as well, and now we are free to move those armies as we need. Speaking of, we'll be moving the Legion of Elagabalus down to Adashir, down to Adashir, just to make sure the garrison has a fairly... They could definitely make it if they got out of that stance. No one else can get there, so we're going to move our army southwards. We're going to let them reinforce. There's no physical way for the enemy to not get this army to reinforce, so they'll just have to hold off while we march in. Meanwhile, the Legion of Malakbel will probably hold in Persepolis for now, just to keep the peace. Harmosia was conquered as well in the last episode, so we need to start working towards producing some buildings here. Unfortunately, I think we're going to start, or we have to, we have to get a aqueduct, and then we definitely need a shrine down here. I'm not really worried about Carmania with producing any form of military. They can't give us any unique units that we don't already have access to, so we are going to be able to make 300 wealth from mining, 20 construction costs. That's okay, but I think we're going to commit on trade. That doesn't offer any... No, it's purely military. Okay. So we are going to grab an agora for commerce, and we could get a suburbia granting us right here 150 wealth from manufacturing, granting us 30% wealth from all commerce, 20 wealth from agriculture. We're going to do this one, 600 wealth from commerce, 20 wealth from manufacturing, which would... I don't know. I don't actually know if that would count. So we might... I might get a cohort urbanon. Or we could try to grab the Agentis and Rubus. It would help and give an extra bit of tax rate from commerce. But at the same time, perhaps just a second agora would benefit us. Because there are some mighty big benefits to agoras, because they can really go anywhere. 34 is a bit much when we're gonna get a good chunk of wealth there. Let's go for the Procurator's Villa. We'll see what happens. Gracia. So my campaign plans for now are, I think we're going to use Gracia here to swing east and then up. I was thinking about how we're gonna like contain the enemy and wrap them up, and once this Sassanid fleet withers away and the Sassanids truly die, I feel like that would be the quickest and most effective way as far as to take Pura and Aurea, and that would eliminate the remnants of the Sassanids from forming any new military naval expeditions, and stopping this from ever happening again. And it should keep our front lines a lot safer. Now we could try to target this force, but I'm a bit worried as to what lingers in Pura itself. Yet they are building an army. They're going to be at a 9 next turn. So we definitely can't...
How may I serve you?
We can't take it. We could... We really could. I mean, if we took... The thing is, we won't be able to move anytime soon. That is the issue. Suzia holds, the Kata holds. We could march this, and once the Sassanids go, we'll lose a lot of these agent problems, thankfully, because we are still being plagued by quite a few of them. The Guardians of Hatra could prove useful. This garrison would struggle a lot more to fall. I mean, we've got... The only thing is they could slip through here. Would they? I don't know. And we would technically see them with 2 of our armies here. What mercenaries lie in this province? Okay, a sizable mercenary force. I think what we do is the Guardians of Hatra will march to take this army on. And then they're going to try and actually swing into Phrada. That will separate these regions from any further reinforcements without our knowledge, and make it a little easier to mop them up. And if we take Phrada and Pura, that will be Sakistan dealt with as well. So lots of plans in motion. The only worrying part we have is our northern borders do grow a tiny bit concerning, as we have the Alani, Markraumani, and Gothi war coming to a close, with the Alani kind of being the unfortunate loser in this engagement. Thankfully, Lydia, our pseudo-ally, has claimed Apollonia, keeping the Markraumani off our backs or off our borders, but it's kind of a toss-up on how well they keep that. And the Markraumani do have a full stack here, just sitting in our region. Alright, what do we need to upgrade? Level 2 weapons. We will be giving our heir the best army that we can. So we have our pike line, we have our auxiliary Libyans. I think we might hold off. We do have the ability to invest in new regions. Judea in 2 turns is going to get the Master Glassmaker, the Cohor Urbane. We could max this out, which get 40% wealth from manufacturing, 650 local commerce, growth, and public order, all provinces. That is actually pretty nice. Let's wait and see what public order drops to. What are we making here? 37%, 44, 57 to manufacturing. So commerce is definitely really good. Manufacturing is actually pretty high too. Let's go for another trader then. Alright. Meanwhile, Egyptus and Judea are fighting for the top spot. The West is still proving to be as interesting as always. Alright. We could... Breading games. 4 food. 4 extra food? Is that what we're getting? Where is it? Yeah, 8 food. So double stacking, that would be really good. But we're now making a solid chunk thanks to farming agriculture getting plus 166. That is a pretty nice boon there to our agriculture. I'm trying to think. We could technically, well, we would lose the benefits of those. Some of those would suck, but these are giving us quite... Oh, that's gonna double. That's actually pretty crazy. Yeah, let's actually go ahead and do that. We're going to keep 2K in the bank for potential situations coming up. And of course, the Arabian problem of the Margani, it does appear that a lot of our allies are making their way and dealing with them. Soon enough, I do think the whole province or region will fall to us. In fact, it's been a minute.
Be at home and speak.
Alright, no. Alright, that is it for now. I think we're going to end the turn and see what happens. I'm curious to see what the puppets do without their master. Sorry, everybody. Got a text from the wife. LA Capitolina. Christmas. Plus 5 public order per turn and 55 wealth from all commerce. Wow, that's pretty good. Gallic Rome versus Rome. We don't care about that. Parthia is slowly coming under our rule. Yeah, the remaining states that exist in the east are bucking down and forming military alliances with them, trying to hold back what we've pushed to them. Ooh, Lydia is actually going on the assault. Holy crap. The Alani are definitely losing. The northern tribes are proving to be rather scattersome. The Roman pretenders have actually gained a solid foothold in Italy itself. The world has truly proven to be rather unique in that, I must say.
On behalf...
Ooh, and Gurhal has claimed Marib. I think...
In my lord's name,
if
be
we
welcome,
can...
and may the blessings of the gods bring you the profit of the day.
Let's actually see if this will work.
I cannot accept your offer. My head cautions me against your clever words.
Oh, it did. That's
Truly,
perfect.
my good and no.
So they're now our puppet state, or client state, so we can see their territories, we can see what's going on. They're chasing that army, and they're going to hopefully push to Edamon. Bravo, Gurhal. They were the hardest faction to get involved in our Eastern War, but finally, we have done it. And we actually have control over all of Arabia Magna, almost all of Arabia Felix as well, and Nabatea technically too. Hopefully securing Felix, darn. Either way, definitely getting there. The east is slowly but surely falling completely under our heel. Expansion. Diplomatic missions to Aksum. Oh well, that's just us messing up. And yes, they are most definitely taking a good struggling hit.
Get to it, men.
Let's go ahead and garrison our force here. I'm almost tempted to move Polio here south to Harmosia to try and stop that from causing any issues. Media Magna is on the verge of rebellion thanks to these agents. The Sassanids really need to die.
Ever setting forth for Rome. I do.
Our agents are in place. Alright, we're doing good there. We have lost eyes on that massive force.
I will do as you command.
Okay,
How can I be of assistance?
so we know they're right there. Let's start trying to steal any supplies they have. That's dropped their food. Fingers crossed, that means they'll start suffering attrition next turn.
We're ready.
This army is taking even more attrition.
Ready for battle.
Ooh, the Bactrians are suffering as well. Perfect. Our spies are proving to be extremely beneficial, cutting off their food chain. Ah, they forced march. So that's their forced march stance.
Speak.
It is kind of risky, but I think we're gonna bring a general up. Preferably one that doesn't have any public order problems. Okay, he's a good one.
At your command. I want hourly patrol.
We're gonna station him there. Him plus the 4-stack garrison against. It'd have to be they'd have to use mercenaries.
Commander.
They might hold. She's going to push to Phrada.
None will escape.
We are going to pull some risky maneuvers, but I really want to start mopping these forces up so that we can start rotating legions west, because that's where we're going to need forces the most. Our inevitable conquests of the west. Yeah, so good job, Lydia. They seem to be making their way there. I don't understand why they're not upgrading their barracks. It's because they've ruined their economy, it looks like. That is the only downside. And unfortunately, hopefully the Alani can see it, but I doubt it actually, that the Marcomanni are coming in from their southern border, ready to strike them, which is just so unfair. They're crossing through land that doesn't belong to them at all.
These
Not yet. We have no legion in Africa, so that would be a horrible decision. I'm trying not to re-record or pre-record these too much in advance. Oh no, that sucks. Honestly, they'll fix themselves in a little bit. I'm trying not to pre-record these so far in advance to where I can't see your all's comments and utilize them. But God, I've been listening to the Tides of History podcast again on my way to work, and it is just so hard not to fire this game up any chance I get to play it. Highly recommend the podcast if you haven't checked it out. So we did get the Master Glass work boosting. Very nice. Yeah, that extra research rate too is going to be snazzy. Next turn we're going to get 2 more buildings. Harmosia is a stable little city now. Is Muscat not at war with... There's no way. Oh, they're not. Wow.
My friend, you honor this place with your art. You serve your masters well, but you do not yet make a convincing argument for me.
Thank you.
May the gods bless you many times over. Your wisdom.
Go deal with them, please. And Gerha... I really don't like that army is... It is just staying out of their range.
Ready for battle.
Adashir would hold.
Commander.
Just in case, we might want to force march some more troops down here.
Ready for battle.
Just in case. Technically, they could go north to Cessaphon too. Ooh, this army is
At your command.
not doing what I wanted to do.
Commander.
We should probably crush it while we have the chance and the money. It's gonna cost quite a bit. Do we need the cataphracts? 5 units.
Ready for battle.
I don't think we do.
To battle.
Oh yeah, they can't run either. Let's slaughter these forces very quickly. Welcome everybody to the ambush as they try to sally out. Ooh.
Ready for orders. Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders.
Tell you what, I don't know how, but they've managed to get around.
Orders, my lord. We await your orders. Cataphracts. Ready. By your command.
Doing a lovely job.
Ready.
We're gonna chase that cav unit off.
Commander. Orders.
You guys are gonna slaughter them. Our mercenaries are gonna be earning their money today. We've encircled their general, thankfully. We'll take some fighting, but
Understood.
we should get them.
By your command. Orders understood. Forward.
Let's go deal with that skirmisher unit before he accidentally snipes our general.
Cavalry.
Can't believe that unit had to chase. Thank God we finally caught them.
Your orders. My lord. Engage. Ready. Yes, for glory.
Alright, let's save these guys. Oh, how many cataphracts? Absolutely decimating these poor Persian levies. Ooh, and that army has been utterly devastated. With the quick ambush over and done with, I do think we're safe to, let's level up our general here, or our army, for their future endeavors. He is going to go back to being a politician though, so let's go ahead and just give him some authority, but the rest of this force can be disbanded. We appreciate your service to the kingdom, but you are free to go for now. I'm really hoping Muscat can deal with the Sassanids. Once their armies have been completely obliterated, I think we'll be okay. I will be pulling... Hey, buddy. I think...
How can I serve?
We have eyes on Phrada, Phrada, the capital of the margins. The Bactria is unfortunately recovered their food supply issue and are garnering more forces. They are definitely focusing heavy on the range. Definitely something to keep in mind. They are keeping up with their eastern tactics of skirmishing and being a utter annoyance. It's 3 right now. We can force march you to make it there. We will be going into the negatives. Let's stop taxing them for now just to pull you back. Make sure Ardashir doesn't have a chance at falling. Our coastline is protected. They only have fleets. They have no more land military power. So once these fleets are dealt with, we'll be okay. Gurha is making their way to Audubon, and they've secured Marib. Maine is moving to back them up, just in case. But Arabia appears to be safe once again. Ooh, Gurha is gonna suffer a rebellion. That's not good. I hope they deal with that. I don't want to have to move in and take care of it. Our governors are once again back in their proper locations. We're gonna wait to see what that looks like. I think we were gonna keep 2K in the bank. Lydia is pulling back. I assume it's because they realize they can't hold these territories forever. But it was a nice little adventure they took, I guess you could say. The Mani are just outside. Man, that sucks. I was hoping the Alani could hold. Alright, let's end the turn. We're not going to put pressure. The Sassanid fleets need to die. You know, now that I think about it, we're going to have to take Pura no matter what. Because the Ore is still a naval coast. Oh, but this army here is making its way. Never mind, we're fine. What can we get? Level 2 and level 1 horses. That would be nice. Can we get the full upgrade? Oh, we can. Perfect. So this army is as equipped as it can be. Let us make our way to Phrada. Probably butchering that. Let's see what that garrison is. Nothing too important. They do have a decent bit of horse skirmishers, but that means Brutas, the Guardians of Hatra, should be able to deal with them. Securing Phrada will cut off the southern kingdoms, or what's left of the southern kingdoms, allowing Zenobia to move eastwards and start mopping them up. All that matters really is that Septimus and Bibaculus holds the north against the Bactrian kingdom, which is by far the most substantial eastern force that is left. They have a nice northeasternly kingdom that has not really been ravaged by the war as the other kingdoms have. Excuse me. And once the Gurha secures Arabia, that'll be the enemy. They did do so. Carmania, due to the inability of the government to deal with the bandits in this region. Well, it's a good thing we already have our armies there, so no concerns. Salamis has built a trader and the cohortus Urbane. More wealth growing. Man, that corruption is a little hard to bear, but we are now getting a good chunk from our commerce and manufacturing. Tyros is getting a crap ton. Ah, it's because they have a trade port. Well, shouldn't Salamis be doing so as well then? Why is Salamis's local commerce, it's because this is adding to trade. This is adding to manufacturing. I see. The cohorts are Urbanes though. 20 from the buildings now. Dropping. Keeping it lower. Alright, with that. Do we grab another cohort to continue reducing it? Or do we go for a tax rate or wealth? That's going to diminish public order. So let's go ahead and just get the Vigile Urbani. Why not? Continue reducing it so that our wealthiest regions have the least amount of banditry issues. Level 3 is 31 to 40. Food export penalty of -4. Bandit threat 2%. Okay. I feel like it's rather... How's our capital looking? Yeah, we're at 48. That's level 4. Sheesh. Oh, we don't have a single cohort or bodybuilding here. That's rough. That's not the best. But that's fine. We just finished Battle 2, granting us 10% morale for all troops. Let's... We could get governance. I really hate Rome restored. We're not going to get that anytime soon. These are going to give way to a lot of the fancy build. Ooh. That would hurt us a lot. 100 public order penalties due to local presence of foreign cultures. You know what? Let's go for that. That'll assist us most in all these most recently conquered regions. The Sassanids sit just right outside our shore, and this fleet is withering away.
Ready for battle.
Let's go ahead and give you the skirmishers now.
Commander.
You can move to Susa, and that's really going to assist public order. And now you have a good 14 stack that I'm fairly confident in. This army is... I mean, come on. Come on, guys. Someone catch them. Gurha has had to pull back. Where did the rebellion spawn? Huh, maybe nowhere. That's strange. They're different. Oh, right, because it's owned by a different kingdom. Either way, oh, they spawned down here. African rebels. You can take care of them, right? Man, Gurha has turned into a mighty kingdom.
The pleasures of my household, are you?
Truly hope that doesn't... There's no way. I doubt it. There's just no way. They won't backstab it. Yeah, the Alani have been pushed back to the Caucasus Mountains, and that's it. 'Tis a sad day for them. Gallic Rome barely holding on. Numidia is actually declining to the Mori. The Mori are forming a new kingdom over here in the western or North African tip of the deserts here. They are just kicking Numidia. Numidia has a tiny governor army there. They're trying to push for Cyrene, but it looks like they're focused on trying to take Carthago back, but losing so much of their eastern holdings is crazy considering... I mean, Mori are basically attacking them unopposed from a base that they cannot even dare to think they could get to, so kudos to them for taking the best of their situation. More importantly, though, back to ours. Alright, is it going to be worth trying to assassinate? No.
I am Rome's champion.
Causing casualties across the target's settlement. I don't think that's really necessary. What is this despair amongst the population? We could march. Ooh. Let's actually march over here to Capucine. Let's start getting some eyes on the enemy here. They're going back to suffering. There is a missing army here. We're missing a stack that they built. It didn't go this way. That's the important part. All right.
Speak. I'm listening.
It'll be easier to assault the city because that's going to draw them out of their fortification.
We are ready.
And we have quite the battle here. I think it'll still be fairly... We could force them to assault us. That might... But they could also bring reinforcements from the south. If that Sakistan army went this way, I feel like we would see it, but maybe, maybe not. Let's... Tell you what. Battle of Phrada. Phrada. Man, I'm probably overthinking this, but I tell you what. Let's get a proper and true battle underway. It's been a long time since our legions have faced any sort of really stiff opposition. So let's go toe-to-toe with Xerxes' vengeance. Hello everybody, and welcome to the battle, or better yet, the siege of Phrada. Our forces are not making any slow work of today's actions, as we are going to push the settlement garrison before they're reinforced by the rest of the Sakistan forces that are making their way in from the far side of the settlement. So our goal is to push the enemy back swiftly as they make the daring mistake to turn their back to our arrows. As the settlement flees, it'll be our goal to secure the city center, and with it the settlement, and hold out the assault against what the enemy are going to throw our way. It's time we get our boys in there. Where's our general at? Somewhere in the back here. There she is. Miss Bruta herself, with our glorious legions making their way in. I love it. With it, we are going to try and catch their skirmishers with our brave legionary cav, making sure they don't get away from the enemy, stopping them from fleeing. Even if we're going to get tied up by some Persian levies, nothing our legionaries can't handle. And we've basically stopped them from fleeing for the most part. This one unit's going to keep on making their way out, but reinforcements are along the way. A lovely charge. Despite them being braced and everything. Good luck. Our men are veterans of the Eastern Campaign at this point. Very little is going to break them. And now our spearmen are getting involved as well, backing up our cav and slaughtering these levy forces. Absolutely crushing their morale. All the archers are just doing insult to injury. Ooh. Oh, quick little slaughter maybe? Little slaughter? No. Ooh. An arrow to the arm and the butt. That sucks. Mopping up what remains of these boys here. God, end him already. End him. Jesus Christ. There you go. Oh, that was uncalled for, buddy. The enemy have reared their head, though. And it's the horse archers, or the horse javelins that we worried about. Just in time, though, our forces are setting up a proper defense of the settlement, ready to take whatever's thrown our way. Oh, God. Some of their cataphracts are trying to break through. Just a utter mistake, though, to do that. Oh, but that was a horrible move order on my part. Thankfully, our spearmen have been brought up, and we're going to be starting lobbing javelins and archers, or arrows, into this culmination of the horse mob here. Good Lord, yeah. As you can see, they really are putting all of their force and their effort through here. Our brave pikemen do hold, though. The slaughter. Good God, these poor horses. Oh, wow. That was a lot of death in 1 or 2 volleys there. And here comes another. As these poor skirmishers are outmatched for the amount of volley work our archers can do. Oh my God. Yeah, you can just see the constant crumbling. Wow, that would be depressing to be a part of. The only reason some of them are still alive is because they're hiding behind this wall there. Rather smart, if I do say so myself. Their infantry blob is making their way here, but we have utterly decimated the one thing they had on us. As you can see them funneling through, we prepare for the next wave. Unfortunately, their infantry kind of get bogged on our horses, but we do manage to redirect them where needed. And now it's time for them to face the same fate. The only problem is our archers are running out of ammunition at this rate. But at this point in the battle, I don't really think the enemy are going to get to our front line too much. This one unit looks tired and broken. Our cav are moving around the flanks, so prepared to encircle the enemy. Good Lord. Oh, nope, he didn't make it. Our cav is distracting some of their forces, really making the AI mess up here as they are trying to figure out what they're gonna do as we've taken the town center. And this poor levy unit has stuck its neck out just a little too far. Oh, God. Look like they tried to do a javelin throw there, but they did not have any actual javelins to throw. Interesting. Some of our men got distracted there, but as you can see, we have utterly flanked the enemy, and we're dealing with any sort of range they have left. With it, it's time we go on the assault. Our spearmen are doing just that, reinforcing our cav, making sure we break the last bit of morale the enemy have before our cav take too much damage. Gonna try and pull them out. We've decimated that one unit over here. Ooh, God. Thankfully, not a spear in sight, except for our men coming in and funneling through the enemy, ready to earn their pay. Have the rest of our legions flank around. Being encircled on all fronts, though, and greatly outnumbered, the city of Phrada and its forces fall to us swiftly. And that is going to be the last bit of Sakistan resistance that I think we have to deal with in the forms of a true army, if that's what you could call this. And with the Battle of Phrada behind us, the garrison along with the army falls. And we will be just occupying the settlement.
What is the plan?
And that pushes them southwards,
I'm listening.
giving us new territory. I really would hesitate to convert that. So let's go ahead and dismantle it. Same goes for that. Let's just bring it down. And yes, I was correct. The Sakistan force is making their way northwards.
As you request.
Now we have a city to hold. We could give her a tier 2 of the Honestus. There's a lot of good abilities once you hit tier 2, they double up. 2 corruption faction wide. So that'd be pretty good. Doesn't do many ambushing. So with some thinking, I believe we are actually going to get the tier 2 of the skilled logician here, which is going to give us more replenishment rate, ammunition, and armor for Phrada, considering she is a good standard of our Legion of Pike and Archer combo. So with that, she will hold Phrada for now. I don't think she's going to be able to go anywhere anytime soon. And we want to make sure we kind of entice the enemy into pushing the way we want. That army is of no concern. Fingers crossed we can maybe use her. So see, technically they could make their way to Bam. This fleet cannot hit Harmosia this turn. Not to mention it does have a little garrison that, at this rate, pretty significantly would outnumber them. Now we could lay siege to Phrada right now. Tell you what, I think we're gonna risk it. Let's see. We're sitting at a +3 with Zenobia still there. And that's with a -10 due to bandits. I think we lay siege to Phrada. This army is not the best. Legion of Armenia has a shit ton of slingers in it. But I think they can still get the job done. Let's go for that.
Besieging settlement.
We will lay siege to Phrada, and that will obliterate the Sakistan. That is their last settlement. And that should let us mop up the east. Everybody, that is where I'm going to call today's episode. If you enjoyed the Battle of Phrada and the campaign so far, like and subscribe. As always, without further ado, I have been your host, Saltyy, my co-host, Winston, and we will catch you all in the next one. Till then, peace out, everyone.